Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 63. As we'll see Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks versus Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Take home the final Super Bowl of the decade. Super Bowl 63 is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Well, he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
Throwing on first down is Lock. He finds his man complete. That's Hodges. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Lock. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now Lock on the bootleg. He'll block that. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, now he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Seattle.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 39 yards. And the Browns are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to a field goal. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the... Oh, wide open, complete! And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Block now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Metcalf once again the target, but it'll be 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Locke to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. To throw it is Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There can be plenty more before this game is over.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Mayfield looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 20. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to a field goal. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Lock now on 1st down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lock. He's got his man. This is Tate. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And CD, one of the big stories everybody's been tracking this week, the head coach of this offense, looking to become just the 2nd coach in NFL history to win 5 Super Bowl titles.
And let's face it, the respect is there already. We know he's going to go down.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 41 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. Taken at about the 36. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off play action. Lock. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Seattle.
I can still hear reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. A first down throw for Mayfield. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Manning. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better by our guys. Look at that montage of great plays that they put together. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, you speak it pretty well. But these guys, the pictures they put up, oh.
Very good, and he's got his team in the lead right now. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game, 1st and 15. And they see no sense trying to press here. They take the knee and going to get this one into the locker room. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run it again with Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Handoff comes to Chubb. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
What an advantage having a lead guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Not taking your advice, they'll throw first play. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 3rd and long, it's Locke, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He got out of the... receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And the Browns getting set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Mayfield. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play. Cody
Barton there to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%. 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing. Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Browns. 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. On first down, Locke out to his left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Locke, rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Locke, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
A bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Mayfield to throw. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's Baker. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Mayfield, give him 9 there on the first down completion. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Farley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. On third down, Farley. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Called in a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Seahawks are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.